Okay, good evening. I have a lot of YouTube videos to catch up on because it's getting renovations done on my house and kind of missed a couple of them. So, although this is like 6 days overdue, MasterChef last week, can't remember the date, but it was Tuesday, something, something, something. Anyway, six chefs were remaining, and so tonight was the night of the team challenge. And Becky and Frank had won the team to be team leaders. So Becky led the red team and Frank led the blue. And basically, it was they were going to run the kitchen at Hatfield's, a special restaurant, gourmet restaurant in California. And so they got to pick their teams as usual. Becky chose Christine, Frank chose David, Becky then chose Monty, and Josh was left on Frank's team. So it's really boys against the girls. So Gordon would be running the pass as he does in Hell's Kitchen, so watch out, people. So each team would have 22 guests that they had to feed. They had to make two appetizers and two different entrees. They had 1 hour to prep, and the Hatfield chefs showed them how to make the four dishes, and boy, did they look interesting. Pretty hard. I don't think I'd be able to do that. So, some of the things that went down, we found out that Monty has very bad hearing. I think those actually noted on another episode, but she's she's messy when she cooks, and you can't do that in a gourmet restaurant kitchen. And she also can't hear the orders being called out by Gordon Ramsay. So Becky's team has Christine, who's blind, and Monty, who can't hear. So she had two disadvantages right off the bat. Uh, David put plastic on the stove, which wasn't a good idea. Joe, oh, who's Joe? Okay, oh yeah, Joe. This is what happens when you don't do it right after the show. Joe, one of the main chefs, uh, he kind of says at the beginning that Christine should be in charge of coat check, that he wouldn't want her in that kitchen. And he had to eat his words after that because she did a really great job. So Monty and Christine weren't answering Gordon, which was a problem for him. That was an issue during service. Josh took forever to make his bread. It just wasn't working. It was this strange thing that had to cook in a buttery substance. And Frank and Becky, they had to do the VIPs at the same time, and the VIPs were the Hatfield chefs. And Becky was on, and Frank was taking too long, and I couldn't figure out, like, he was kind of bringing Becky down because Becky had to wait. But in the end, the VIPs like Frank's dish better, even though um, Frank had made the red wait and kind of screwed them up. So, but in the end, blue team was having so much trouble that the winner of the challenge was red. Joe eats his words about Christine, and the three blue chefs have to go to pressure test: Frank, Josh, and David. But Frank is asked to pick one member to be safe. He kind of was asked hypothetically, and when he was asked that, he said, "Oh, Josh, 'cause he saved me a couple of times, and he did a great job." And then when asked for real, who would you pick? Frank picked himself. So he really ticked Josh off. Josh was like, "So you would pick me hypothetically, but if it was real, you'd pick yourself?" Hmm. Okay. So the test was you each had three filet mignons. You had to cook them perfectly, one rare, one medium rare, and one well done. And you had 30 minutes to do that. And of course, there was another Walmart plug for steaks. Sorry, I will never shop at Walmart no matter how many times you plug it. Don't agree with their business practices and various other issues I have with Walmart. So there you go. There you have it, my friends. I don't care how poor I get. I'm not shopping at Walmart. Okay. So David's uh, rare was a little medium rare and too garlicky. His medium rare was medium to well done, or mid well, and his well done was pink in the middle, so it was medium. So he didn't really succeed at anything. Uh, I don't know why I made this note. I'm having a little conversation with myself. Okay, then Josh's rare was perfect. His medium rare was less, was medium a bit, uh, and his well done was pink in the middle. So he had 1 out of 3. So since there was only 2 of them, it was down to who would leave, and Josh was saved. So David Martinez was finally sent packing. I think people felt he should have left a long time ago. Not sure how I feel about it. I didn't think he was the best, but there were moments when he was just amazing, and then moments when he was horrible. So David, however, Graham said to him, "You know what, David? You walk into any of my restaurants, and you get a job automatically." And that was amazing because that's what David wanted. David was like, "I can't believe I get to work in one of Graham's restaurants." Like that's a win for him. So, sometimes I really like MasterChef because they're they the people get along better than Hell's Kitchen because it's a competition, but it seems friendlier because they all came from the same place. It's not like any elitism, except when Ryan was there. When he was gone, that all ended, and Tally. But I just like how the judges sometimes give them things and offer them things that they don't need to, and it's really kind of cool. So anyway, MasterChef is on tomorrow, so I will hopefully be on the ball and record mine on time this time. Later.